Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. And right now it's a steel knife in my windpipe. I can't breathe, but I still fight.
Welcome back to another episode of The Truth Serum. I'm your host, Truth Hurts. I go with another name down the road, but for right now, let's go with that one. That one seems to be very apropos. Got a few topics to cover today, so hopefully we can make this shorter than longer, because the the reality of our news media is that we can't actually report on other sports. We can only do the ones the billionaires in this country want us to do. Why? Because we at ESPN don't know how to do our jobs. We're not investigative journalists. We don't report on the facts. We make this shit up. You know, for example, John McEnroe made a comment about Serena Williams on NPR radio. And I'm really going to cross the line here, people, because you need to hear it. The black, colored, African American, whatever term you want to refer to for those who are not of the Caucasian descent, were pissed off and had to make something up about this. More importantly, the Judaic reign holders had to do the same. But this couldn't have been more innocent, people. And yet you inflamed it. And most importantly, he's not wrong. Okay? Do you understand the game of tennis? I'm going to go with no, because you're a moron. Or in this case, you are morons. So here's the situation. Men have to play the best of 5. Women have to play the best of 3. Both of them sets. Do you know how hard it is to play 3 sets? Now take it to 5. So when John McEnroe, because apparently all of you pundits out there know him personally, like you've seen his penis or you've touched it, because you call him Johnny Mac. Why? That's like not a great nickname. Johnny Mac, is that the shit I had to eat in the army? You know, oh no, that's Chili Mac. Same difference. You passed it over. Okay? So here's what you're not comprehending, pundits at ESPN is that basic fact. Okay? That there will have to be possibly 2 more sets played. At a bare minimum, 1. Because there will be at least 3. Now, Serena, to her credit, has done many a 3-set match and won. Now, what you need to hear from me first is full disclosure. I hate her, and have ever since she defamed the sport of tennis and defamed our ally and the Royal House of England by wearing black at Wimbledon. Okay? I do not forgive you for that. You are not forgiven. And even if you asked for it, I'm not giving it. But you never did. You thought in your vein that you could just mouth off to the world like that. And that was back when you were young and new. So I have had you for a very long time. And I've never given you any credit. And I'm never going to give you credit. Because I'm also going to point out the people you play. No offense, ladies, but none of you have cowgirled up like you should have. Sharapova, you melted. I mean, seriously, melted. Others of you in the beginning of her career, you retired. Anybody that worth their salt on the women's side of tennis can't play worth a shit. Because what ends up happening? She plays you. She makes you do the forced errors. Because why? Because you try to do too much. She's already in your head before the game began, and I don't even know why. Oh, she hits the ball so hard. No, she doesn't. She hits it as hard as you, maybe a little harder. Maybe. But the times that you beat her, where's that esteem? Where's that confidence? Nowhere to be seen. So all she does is wait for you to mentally break down, you weak-willed women. And no, I do not believe women to be weak-willed as a general rule. But when it comes to competition, I believe you'll fold in a second half the time, which is just sad. Well, when you're a father raising children, and let's really truly comprehend this, and let's really compound it. You're a black man raising your children, because let's be honestly racist about this. Not a lot of black fathers in the homes. And if you don't understand what I'm saying there, you may make it sound racist, but screw you. There's a reason why when we watch the NBA draft and the NFL draft and they're thinking they're mamas and there is no father in the home. You tell me. You tell me then. All right? So here she is just waiting for the other woman to fold. Half the time a woman can come out really strong. First set, gain it 6, love, 6-2, even 6-4. But the closer it gets to 6 or 7-6, holy shit. Because the next two, she owns you. Why? Oh, I just can't keep this up. I just can't. Because you don't. You don't stay in your head positive. And you're not allowed to coach on the sidelines to tell you how wrong you are. So you got to do it on your own. Well, she was raised by a man who had a chip on his shoulder. I will make my daughters better than you men. Oh, wait. Did I just say something that John McEnroe did? Not Johnny Mac. John McEnroe. If she had to play on the circuit, like she does on the women's circuit, on the men's circuit, how can you not agree with Johnny Mac's statement? I put it in your parlance. How can you not agree with Johnny Mac? I say, if you can't listen to John McEnroe, a tennis former superstar and now an analyst, and understand exactly what he meant by that, oh, wait. He works at the same network as you assholes. And this is how you're going to treat your coworker. You're going to openly slam him. How dare you people? You people at the ESPN word. That's what you are. You are that. And yet you live up to it every day. Because if the masses are out there actually going, yeah, oh, yeah, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, yeah, oh my God. Then you have missed the boat, human beings of my country. Human beings around the globe, you have missed it. You have missed it so far. I don't know if a smack upside your head, like a little gib slap, would help bring you back to reality. Because you are so far off course believing this not news. Okay, Serena chimed in saying, leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to have a kid. No. He was asked a question about you, you stupid ditz. So why even chime in? Why weigh in? Silence is golden. Or have you not been to see a movie in a minute? Oh, do they not do that in the movies anymore? Well, that's just pathetic. Because silence is golden in those moments. But you'd know that if you didn't run your cocksucker all the time in such a negative and egregious manner? You threatened to do what to that one official? And do I think that's the first time you've been that violent with your mouth? Hell no. Oh, but she's so good at the sport, we just have to abide it. No, you don't. You should be charged with assault. Because guess what? You didn't hit her, but that's not assault. Your words are the assault. Battery is the actual physical attack. So what you did should have landed you at least arrested. At least. But no, you're a superstar in a sport. Playing, driving in revenue. I don't know where, because I'm not paying to see you play. I would not pay to see you play. In fact, if somebody even gave me tickets to watch you play, I'd probably scalp them. No. Let's be honest. I'd throw them away just over principle. I don't enjoy watching you play. I don't enjoy anything about your game, because your game is waiting to watch them fall apart. And when they don't, they beat you. But unfortunately, mentally they're weak. And those that aren't, the sport itself is trying to police them for you. No, Miss Serena, I will not watch you play. No, Miss Serena, I'm not going to wish ill on your attempt at pregnancy. But I just don't know who would fornicate with you to begin with. So, here's to you, John McEnroe. And for not bending and not changing when you had to go on a different network altogether to tell them how wrong they were. Oh, yeah, the actual network that covers more tennis than you, ESPN word. Oh, and then, here we go. Because here's the start of it. Because then you did it again. You did it with LeVar Ball. And you kept bringing up his WWE incident, his attempt at making the Big Baller brand into something legit, and you kept, with your idiocy, going with that back to, well, what's Magic going to say about this? How is this going to deal with the Lakers? And the two are unrelated. Completely. And what you're pissed off about, and what you're trying to obfuscate, is the fact that the NBA is the WWE with a basketball. And if you think I'm wrong about this, go have another conversation with the refs of today, and providing Silver hasn't tied their tongues, they will tell you they are expected to give the hometown superstar carte blanche. Oh, we're supposed to call it in his way. Really? You mean like you did with Michael Jordan? Stealing, and I'm using that word properly, stealing a championship from John Stockton and Karl Malone. Karl Malone's here. Because you did. You called it so one-sided. It's the only reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers won last year. It is the only reason. Everybody wants to blame Draymond Green not being there for Game 5. Okay? Oh, wait, he's not there because of the way you called games. And then, when they started putting people to the court, literally body checking them like it's freaking hockey, no calls. No calls. Moving screen, no call. Moving screen on a pick and roll, no call. I mean, it was tremendously egregious. It was so far bad that if the NBA would actually let me have the film to mark it up, oh my God, it would change your paradigm of how you view the NBA. I realize that it is somewhat subjective when making foul calls. But when you literally hit somebody so hard that they actually have to fall down, and not a flop, I mean literally put them into the concrete, which, by the way, that wooden floor sits on top of, then I got nothing for you. You do not understand. That is not a part of the game. And to not call it is tremendously wrong. But when you're not calling it against three-point shooters, now you've got something where you will change the dynamic of the game. So when you refer to LeVar Ball being a part of a WWE event, now please do not hear this as if I'm pro WWE. I think it's asinine. I enjoyed it when I was 12, but I'm not 12. So I don't get into steroid-driven wannabe acrobatics / wrestling. I just don't. I'd rather see them get into an octagon, a ring, or a circle of some kind and beat the dog shit out of each other and see who wins. So for them to compare LeVar Ball as something negative to the Lakers, seriously? Shut up. You are now making stuff up. You're not even making stuff up. You're making fecal matter up. You're making shit up. It is sad. To compound that, let's do this. You have made shit up about this trade. First of all, you started with Stephen A. Smith, a member of the ESP N-word, and his dribble over this very thing. Oh, there was a 5-team trade, and I couldn't say anything about it. Why? Because you had no sources, son. And that is your mother fornicating job. You had a source. You had a person telling you. Because if you had a second source, and you took that to any kind of editor, he would have green-lighted you in a heartbeat. And if you had that, and they didn't green-light you, and you didn't quit on the spot, son, so both directions, you lose. Both of them. Says you're not a journalist who has integrity. It says you are bad at your job. Pick one. Which one do you want to pick? Because I think you're both. You went on about this five-team trade deal. And here's the part that really galls me. None of you people, to include you people at FS1, oh, tell me that it stands for Fox Sports and not fucking stupid. Seriously? None of you could put together why Griffin was fired? Because it's going to cost more money to shape up LeBron. And I do apologize. I should have pronounced that Lebron. And the squad you've put around him. You know, the most sad, the most morose, the most pathetic part of you people saying things and stupid things like, oh, what is it going to take for them to, who's it going to take? Because you don't stay with what's it going to take. You move right into who do they need to compete. And I say they need to learn the damn game of basketball. They need to learn how to play defense. But no, they haven't. They've started in this league called the NCAA. Oh, wait. If I say NCAA, right, or NCAAU, oh, there it is. We have learned defense doesn't matter. And then you have the audacity, and I dare say just the benign stupidity. I mean, it is so far repugnant that you go, oh, they're a two-way player. And they damn well better be a two-way player. It's not like football. We go from offense to defense, back to offense, back to defense, back to offense, back to defense. That's what we do with 5 players. But no, he's a two-way player. Well, seriously, grab me that wiffle ball bat. I'm not even going to give them. I'm gonna aim for their freaking throat. Okay, so here's that element that all y'all are missing. So now what? We know he and the Cavaliers parted company mutually. And yet none of you will let it go, saying, oh, he was fired. He was fired. You know what? That's slanderous, you pieces of shit. That's slanderous. They parted company. But he was out there trying to make these deals happen. He was out there trying to spend more of the owner's money, who's already spending more than everybody else and does not have a ring to show for it. Get off of his sack. You know what? And he should. He should humbly apologize to the owner of the Cavs for the way he reacted to LeBron's bullshit of the decision. He should. Because that letter being released is just WWE. Oh, I can't believe you said that. Hey, Silver, is that what's going on here? Oh, no, it's not. That's not how it is. Really? Really? So, tell me this then, Batman, who is dead. How does that work? How does this work? Do we just run our mouths until all of a sudden we just will it into fruition like we think we're LeVar Ball? I willed it, baby. Oh, I said this 19, 20 years ago. So what is it? You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You are expected to report what is there, not what is not. And yet you missed the Paul George. Another source had to actually put it out there into the world. And it was not you people at ESPN-word. Possibly Paul George and that young man from Utah going to the Celtics. Possibly. Right? I don't know if that's true either yet. Haven't seen any much news past the initial report. But the counter was, and if you watch the timing of it, the counter was, oh, ESPN reports John Wall trying to get Paul George on. So I'm a little confused. Now, maybe my timing's off. Maybe I'm listening to certain shows and certain podcasts at different times, and I'm missing the timing of this. But what I'm looking at right now is that, oh, wait. Big story of a huge trade to the Celtics, not reported by ESPN-word, but by somebody else. And then all of a sudden, we have a story with John Wall convincing him or attempting to convince him to come to the Wizards. And so we get a couple quotes from him. So I'm confused. How would this not come out, say, well, many, many days ago? I don't understand. Well, it really kind of took place at the NBA Awards show. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, folks. I need to take a deep breath here because I am not wearing a cup, and that was a big swift kick to the groin. Award show? What? You too need to get involved with an award show? People, did I miss something? Are we so hard up for actual sports and action and more importantly, the ability to just excuse ourselves from our daily lives mentally that we're going to watch an award show? Hey, I'd like to talk to you people of the mind. I'd like to talk to you people at the bar. I'd like to talk to you people at the restaurant. I'd like to talk to you people at the call center. I'd like to talk to you people. And do you understand that you don't get to have your own award show, but they do? Is that okay in your brain? If you will just turn it off, and they will make no money, but you don't. Like the foolish turds you can be, you keep going back to it. Why? Please, God, tell me why. Award shows are as worthless as hen shit on a pump handle. All it's going to do is put fecal matter on your hand. But that's also assuming you understand that back in the day, and even still today, in many countries, we have to actually pump a well for water. So we're going to have an award show congratulating the superstars already with more awards and accolades. And we're going to put that on primetime television. And I can honestly tell you, I didn't watch it. Why would I watch it? I didn't go to my list the next day going, okay, who won what? Who won what? I can honestly tell you, like the sycophant that I am, yeah, I did read through it, but I couldn't have given two craps about it. You know, I don't understand that mentality. Look, it's like this. We have plenty of sports going on right now. Real sports. But none of y'all are playing them in the primetime slots. You're thinking because Americans go on vacation, they have nothing to do with this. But the media is changing. Even the morons at ESPN Word got it right in an article where they're talking about how in 2023 the people at the NCAA football level are going to have to start talking and re-talking and rehashing television contract rights because the name of the game is changing. And by 2033, they're going to have to do the same thing for the SEC and ACC. The only news report that was worth a shit today. Because it at least lets you know what's coming up. And possibly give you the whys behind. Because guess what? That Weisenheimer Greenberg, that idiot Gojo, and his counterpart, Will Reeve. Oh, just drop off the face of the earth, would you? Please. Hey, Shaq, is the earth flat? Can I go push him off? And Golick Sr. taking this kind of dribble to a whole new level. And Trey Wingo, somebody just... Can we get a car accident, people? Anybody? Again, Kathy Griffin. That's my card. Kathy Griffin. If I don't have to go to jail for, mimicking the beheading of the President of the United States of America, I'm not condoning violence either. Not me. This is the point. This is where you have to stand up and say, hey. And this is where you're, myself included, I'm going to have to drive deep down into the apps that are out there to watch sporting events that are going on around the globe. To watch soccer in the European League. Just so I know the players when it comes to World Cup time. Because they're not playing in this country. And this country can afford to pay them. But it doesn't mean the same to them. Because we don't have that many superstars. So here we are, people. What are you going to do? Well, this is what we need to do. We as a community need to bond together and realize that the platform of watching sports is now via online. And we need to go find it. And we need to show our solidarity with it. And then we need to write those people emails and send them hashtags. Because the word is actually pronounced pound in this country, you assholes. And we need to do everything we can to make it so that those are the primetime slots on their accounts and on our televisions. That's going to require a lot of effort. So let's go ahead and change up the dynamic. You're going to need to stay frosty. If you do not stay frosty in a live fire event, in a combat situation, you will end up dead. If your head is not on a swivel in a combat situation, you could end up dead. If you walk into there without the energy to be able to come through it, without the mental fortitude that says we will survive, we will prevail, we will win the day. If that is not your mental capacity, you are not frosty, my friends, and you will lose. So let me put it to you simply. with all sincerity of heart, stay frosty.
You make clear.